Welcome to Security Token Insight, brought to you by the Security Token Academy. The security token industry is here and will provide a key foundation for the evolving financial internet.
The Security Token Academy provides insights about this new era for security token enthusiasts, investors, and issuers. The security token industry is here, and you can get involved. Hi, I'm Adam Chapnick.
And I'm Amy Juan. Thanks for joining us. Coming up on today's episode of Security Token Insight. In your security token investing news, details on T0's new crypto integration patent. Plus, OpenFinance Network is in this week's STO Spotlight. We'll introduce you to the founder and CEO, Juan Hernandez. And we'll let you know the date of our next security token meetup. That and more is straight ahead.
Now it's time for your security token investing news. With all the recent news surrounding T0's STO platform, the company has also won a new crypto integration patent that can combine market information from different sources to determine the best prices. It'll provide an interface between legacy trading systems and crypto exchanges that trade digital transactional items. By the way, T0 is a gold corporate member of the Security Token Academy. To learn more, visit our website and click on the Directory tab and the Corporate Member homepage. Prime Trust is in the news this week. The company is an SEC-qualified custodian for security tokens and provides compliance services, including KYC and AML. Prime Trust has partnered with security token marketing firm Issuance to help further the security token industry. CEO Scott Purcell said Issuance will help companies with successfully accessing funding. Prime Trust is a gold corporate member of the Security Token Academy. To learn more, visit our website and click on the Directory tab and the Corporate Member homepage. And finally, we head to Switzerland for the TradeCloud STO. TradeCloud is looking to raise $20 million in what is being called the first STO in Switzerland. The money will be used to expand into the energy and agricultural sectors and to develop the TradeCloud Commodities Web. TradeCloud is a communications platform designed for the commodities industry.
Now it's time for our STO Spotlight. This is where we introduce you to a company that has launched or will be launching a security token offering. OpenFinance Network is in this week's STO Spotlight. The company is building the first regulated trading platform for security tokens. You'll be able to buy, sell, manage, and research security tokens all in one place. Juan Hernandez is the founder and CEO of OpenFinance Network. He's also the founder and managing director of CFX Markets with over 20 years experience in fintech and exchange technology. Juan joins us now from Chicago. Welcome, Juan, and thanks for chatting with us today.
Hey, Amy. Great to be here today. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So, first, what is OpenFinance Network and what problem do you guys solve?
Great. So OpenFinance Network, a lot of people think of us just as a security token trading platform, but we're so much more than that. We're an SEC-registered alternative trading system, or an ATS for short, that is set up to trade digital securities and alternative assets. So things like real estate, private equity, hedge funds, limited partnerships, STOs, and other such instruments. And so the problem that we're solving is helping investors who participate in these types of securities, we're giving them the option of liquidity. These assets have historically been illiquid and difficult to trade, and we provide a streamlined and compliant platform by which they can participate in.
Fantastic. And so how is OpenFinance Network different from other trading platforms out there?
Sure. So from a Main Street/Wall Street perspective, obviously we deal with a different asset class. We deal with private securities or alternative assets, as I mentioned, real estate, private equity, hedge funds. And so we work with a different set of participants, investors and traders in the space. From the crypto perspective, we're different in the sense that we're actually fully licensed within U.S. securities framework. So our broker-dealer and ATS is licensed to transact in these types of securities, and so that sets us apart from some of the other platforms that might operate overseas, for example.
Very interesting. I've heard that OpenFinance has a lot of new, very strong partnerships. Can you tell us about the recent agreements that you have with Swarm Fund and some of your other partners?
Sure. So one of our key strategies is to work with the other intermediaries within the space. So largely today, that's a lot of the issuance platforms that are out there. So issuance platforms like Swarm, Securitize, TokenSoft, Harbor, and some others. And so when I say issuance platform, I mean these are the providers that work with the initial, with the issuer during the initial raise. And so they help these providers set up the proper structure to be able to do a capital raise on chain and then assist them throughout that process. And so once they have then completed their primary offering, then they can come to our platform to work on their secondary market offering.
Fantastic. So, you know, aside from just allowing for the trading of STOs, you guys actually decided to do your own. What made you to decide to go down the STO path?
Sure. So by and large, a lot of it was seeking to work with strategic partners in the space. And so we were looking for other participants who were looking to, just like us, to build infrastructure within this industry. So it's such a nascent new space that a lot of the infrastructure, a lot of the railing needs to be put in place still. And so our STO offering was a way to really engage and correspond with those other participants that are looking at the long-term value that this market can provide.
Really interesting. You know, custody is obviously a very big issue in this space.
Yes.
What sort of custody solutions do you guys provide?
Yep. Yeah, custody it's a big hurdle in the industry still across the board. It's one that we're starting to see a lot of the major banks and providers start to step into this space. Folks like Fidelity, Goldman Sachs, and several others. Today, there's not a clean-cut custody solution, and so to that end, we offer non-custodial custody mechanisms. And so what that means is that the participants on our platform actually hold their own custody. We call it first-party custody. And so they transact peer-to-peer on our platform. However, going forward, we are speaking with several different custodian providers who we feel have the necessary infrastructure that we can partner with them to be able to offer a full third-party custody mechanism to our entire user base.
Great. Let's talk about investors for a second. What is your investor passport?
Sure. So the investor passport is what we like to call almost a single sign-on mechanism. Effectively, it allows us to do AML, KYC checks, accreditation checks, other forms of verification on the investor, the trader on the platform. It allows us to do that verification one time, and then that participant can now transact across our entire network. And so it brings the verification down to the wallet level, and that combined with smart contract technology allows us to do a cross-check on every single transaction on our platform in order to ensure that the participant is allowed to transact within that particular asset class at that particular point in time. So it allows us to enforce the regulatory constraints that exist in the market.
Interesting. You know, accreditation verification of investors is also a very important topic. How do you guys handle that kind of compliance?
Yep. So a lot of that we do, the accreditation process, for example, we do in-house. I mean, it's very important for us. As I mentioned, we're a registered broker-dealer, and so that process is something that we keep in-house in order to ensure the highest level of compliance. AML, KYC, we use several different providers for that, but there again, at the end of the day, we stand behind all of our verifications because we are the broker-dealer of record for each of these transactions. And so for us, ensuring that we maintain the highest level of compliance and regulatory adherence is first and foremost with every single transaction that we do.
You know, taking a step backward, if we look at crypto and blockchain as a whole, there's always a lot of talk about, you know, how decentralized are you? So is OpenFinance Network more on the spectrum of being centralized or decentralized?
It depends on who you ask, I guess. We consider ourselves a hybrid. Our order book and matching engine are off-chain, but our settlement occurs on-chain. And so what that means is that the order books that the traders see, all of the high-speed matching that occurs on the platform, that's off the blockchain. And that's due largely to limitations in today's technology, that distributed ledger mechanisms are simply not fast enough yet, and there are other limitations that occur within that technology that make them not quite yet suitable to handle things like a high-speed order book or a matching engine. But our settlement of the transaction does occur on-chain, and in that flow, we do have a peer-to-peer model today, as I mentioned earlier, where once the trade has occurred, once the match has happened, then the settlement occurs on-chain via our partners who act as digital registrars to effectuate the transfer of ownership on-chain.
Fantastic. What is the relationship between OpenFinance Network and CFX Markets?
Sure. So CFX Markets is our legacy platform. It's the market where we initially began back in 2014, initially focused on the more traditional alternative assets, things like publicly registered non-listed REITs, BDCs, which are business development companies, EB5s. And so it's in that alternative asset arena where we got our start. We also expanded into crowdfunding initiatives. And so as we have progressed in the evolution of the company and where we've seen the market move towards, we do see a movement, a shift towards this digital / blockchain-oriented format for securities. And so we are currently in process on leveraging all of our infrastructure from our more traditional platform onto this new digital platform today.
Fantastic. So looking forward, can you tell us anything about your roadmap and any future goals?
Yep. So a big thing for us, obviously, is building out product and building out the supply side for the platform. 2019 will be a record-breaking year in terms of how many STOs come to market. So the number of security token offerings and other digital securities like that are very deep in the pipeline. We're seeing things like private REITs, other real estate, more venture capital funds, hedge funds, private equity funds start to step into this new digital format, this new blockchain-based format. And so a big part of our 2019 strategy is building out that quality pipeline so that we can list the most selective supply of security tokens and digital assets on the market. Longer term, we're also working on a distributed brokerage account model, which takes the concept of custody and our investor passport and extends it to be further distributed and allowing for a much more flexible and robust experience for our traders.
Tell us a little bit more about your team and where is OpenFinance Network based?
Sure. So our core team, our core headquarters is based in Chicago. We do have members in New York, Los Angeles, and Denver as well. So we're a little distributed, but the core team is here in Chicago. The team, starting with myself, I have a fintech background. I've been in the industry on the alternative asset and fintech space for roughly 20 years, working across a variety of asset classes, from virtual currencies to foreign exchange to crowdfunding and alternative assets like we're in now. I have a computer science degree and an MBA from Northwestern, and this revolution, this democratization of finance has been occurring since 2012, since the passing of the Jobs Act, is something that I've been specializing in and really kind of dedicating my career to. And so a lot of what we're working on is just that continuation of the broader achievement of getting freedom and flexibility to all investors, not just in the US, but worldwide. Other members of my team have very deep, extensive finance experience. Our COO, Jim Stonebridge, comes from the world of prop shops and traditional trading firms, brings a very deep experience within operations and compliance. Head of our trading desk, Dan Breen, has 25 plus years of experience within the traditional alternative asset class, non-listed REITs, BDCs, EB5s. Our technology team members come from, some of them come from trading backgrounds, others come from open source and financial services backgrounds. So, as a whole, I feel that our team is very, very robust and has a lot of different skill sets that's needed for this type of marketing model. It's not just financial markets, it's not just technology, it's not just blockchain, it's a cultivation of a lot of these different skill sets and areas that need to be brought together in a harmonious way in order to be successful.
Great. Juan Hernandez, founder and CEO of OpenFinance Network, thanks so much for joining us today from Chicago, and best of luck to you and your team.
Great. Thank you so much, Amy. Appreciate it.
For more information about OpenFinance Network, visit openfinance.io.
Back in October, the Security Token Academy held events around the nation to signal the kickoff of the security token industry. We held security token meetups in Los Angeles and also in New York City. Attendees who purchased tickets to our two-day cruise and conference in New York boarded the Spirit of New York yacht from Chelsea Harbor for an evening cruise along the Hudson River. That was followed by the Security Token Industry launch event inside the Conrad, New York. Hundreds of people were in attendance as industry leaders rang the opening bell to signal the official kickoff to the security token industry. To view all of the videos from Security Token Industry Launch Week, go to our website, securitytokenacademy.com, and click on the Events tab and select Launch Event Video Library. The best part, it's free and contains a wealth of information.
And mark your calendars for our next Security Token Meetup. It takes place Thursday, January 31st inside Maggiano's at the Grove in Los Angeles. It'll have free food, drinks, networking, and more. And I'll be moderating a special panel discussion on the security token industry outlook for 2019. You can find all the details on our website. Just click on the events page. You can also visit us on our Meetup page at the address on your screen. We had a great turnout last time, so be sure to RSVP to secure your spot to this free event. We hope to see you there. All right, that's it for today's episode. Be sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and Medium. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube page so you don't miss out on any of our videos and expert interviews. I'm Amy Juan.
And I'm Adam Chapnick. And before we go, a big thank you to our Platinum corporate member, Merrill Lynch, and to all of our Gold corporate members as well. And for everyone here at Security Token Academy, thanks for watching.
Learn about regulations governing cryptocurrencies and security tokens from around the world with our regulatory review. It's on our website, securitytokenacademy.com. Click on the Learn page so you can stay informed.